the Parliament session, if it's okay with you guys, because I think it's become so fractious right now. The session, such raised tempers, such ego issues that the debates are not happening. It's become so divided. You are a long-time parliamentarian. What is your view about it?
It's very unfortunate and very disappointing that Parliament is, by and large, has become dysfunctional and is slowly losing its relevance as well, because it's not serving the purpose it was intended to serve. And I would lay blame greatly on the government, because the government, which has a majority, some of the other seems to have this great inferiority complex of allowing the opposition to speak. And in parliamentary parlance, it's always known that the opposition should have its say and the government can have its way. That's why they are government, and this is a government, at least in the terms I've been in parliament, is enjoying a significant majority. So it really doesn't matter if they allow the opposition to say what it wants to say and then counter it, and if it has to go to vote, it will go to vote, and naturally the government will win. But this government is, I don't know what holds them back by allowing the opposition to have its say.
What about the visuals of your party, women from your party going and standing around the Prime Minister's chair?
The Prime Minister wasn't there.
Awkward watching those?
The Prime Minister wasn't there. Let's first clarify that.
Right.
I mean, the Prime
He was
Minister,
about to come, right?
I don't know whether the House was adjourned or it just happened before the House was adjourned. So I don't know. And this diabolical plot which seems to be going around, I have not heard anything about it. And if there was a diabolical plot, you must have a full-fledged investigation, because it endangers the life of the Prime Minister, who's protected by the SPG.
And a short while ago, there were these pictures video which Mr. Rijiju has put out about in the Speaker's chamber. Again, people from your party were raising voices and saying things. Even though Priyanka ji was there and Mr. Venugopal was there, they both didn't raise slogans, but they were standing at the back. Aapne bhi dekha hoga, Siddharth.
Yes,
so
there was heated exchanges
that happened while he was seated.
I'm not aware of that myself, because I wasn't there. But if there were heated exchanges, there was heated exchanges. But as I said, the Speaker should allow us in the sense the opposition, to have they say. I mean, the government and the chair can't decide the content, tenor, and of what we want to say. We have absolute liberty to say what we want to say, and if it's unparliamentary, expunge it. Other than that, you can't be. You're not a CBFC for us to give you a script beforehand which you will approve, and then for the opposition to speak. And that seems to be the style in which they are functioning, and that I think is unacceptable. People want a healthy debating house, and this is not behaving like a healthy debating house. We are becoming a stamping house of executive order, and getting executive orders through without any kind of discussion or debate. And that's unfortunate.
Do you think that there will be a thawing of all of this that's going to happen? Because there are important issues on the budget that are barely being discussed. You've raised important issues as well about disability pensions being stopped in the budget, etc.
KYC norms.
Yeah, all of that is on hold. And we see opposition members going into the treasury side protesting.
I think one of the problems is that the back channels have collapsed, or rather there are no back channels. You see, in the past, at least I've heard this from my father when he was in the Lok Sabha, that there always used to be a back channel communication between government and opposition. My father's been in government and he's been in opposition also. So there always used to be some sort of a back channel in the corridors. You would say, okay, protest has happened. Okay, we'll ease off. You come and speak sometime. That, I think, has collapsed since 2014. That back channeling has collapsed, because perhaps the style in which this government functions, there is nobody authorized to be a back channel in their end, and there is no trust building measures with anybody here. In fact,
Parliamentary Affairs Minister?
I don't think there's any kind of interaction and trust building with other members. You see, the fact that the central hall is gone has also led to a collapse of this kind of, which could have led to some sort of bonhomie. Now there is no central hall. We don't even see anybody from the Rajya Sabha, and there is no place where all members sort of, except for the canteen, to sort of congregate or otherwise. See, it's a failing on both sides, I would say, for not having back channels. But the only onus is always on the government to form these kind of.
The assumption of a back channel would mean that the intermediaries would have direct access to those who take decisions in either side of the parties. There are a lot. You're a very pragmatic MP. There are other MPs in the Congress as well, and the BJP who have links across the aisle. They're not being heard by either side's principles?
I don't think there is any. I think nobody's been authorized on the government side. I think unless somebody from the government side initiates it, this is not something the opposition can initiate. The government must initiate it. And to be frank, when the BJP was in opposition under the Advani time, say from 2004 to 14, there was a lot of back channeling.
Jaswant Singh, I think,
there was a lot of back channeling
with the South parties.
Yeah, and with some parties, there was always some sort of give and take and that kind of. That's not there right now. There's hardly any interaction. There is hardly even getting to know each other kind of thing now. So that I think is a failing perhaps on both sides. You can lay blame, but substantially on the government for creating this atmosphere.
That is what I was trying to just say about the Parliament geography of the house also. There is a room of Rajya Sabha LOP, Mallikarjun Kharge. Just next to him, Dharmendra Pradhan's room. Another room is Piyush Goyal's. So anybody can go over there, even if LOP feels he wants to raise something, he can just go and back them. You accept it or not, this is a 1.5 person government. There are only 1.5 people who take decisions in this government. Everything has to be kicked up there. There is nobody who can say they are speaking or they are authorized to speak or to take a decision. Everything is kicked upstairs. So it is so centralized. It is so centralized in any form or shape. Even the speaker, informally when you ask him something, he says that I have to consult and come back, which is technically not supposed to do.
In every government?
Need not. The point is, I have never seen such concentration of authority in any other government. I follow politics, I've been in politics.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.